Choose to believe that humor is a skill, and like any skill, can be developed with practice. Watch this video if you want practical tips on how to make someone laugh really hard. Let's start with the first one, now. Number 1, be specific. When you give extra detail than what is expected, it has the potential to make someone laugh. Here are some examples of a general answer versus a specific answer. What are you looking for in a woman? The general answer: I'd like her to be tall, like music, and be physically fit. You see, this general answer isn't funny at all because the answer was in line with what they were expecting. Now see how adding specificity can make the answer funnier because it breaks their expectation. The specific answer: what would you like in a woman? I'd like her to be exactly 5'8", she needs to know how to play the clarinet and needs to love the band Creed, and she needs to be able to do 500 push-ups in under an hour. I basically said the same thing as the general answer, but this answer is so specific it's absurd, and this absurdity breaks their expectation. And when expectations are broken, your chances of making them laugh go up. Here's another example. Let's say a friend asks you, what do you want for dessert? General answer: I don't know, ice cream, I guess. Again, this answer isn't funny, this answer is in line with what they're expecting. Now let's hear a specific example. What do you want for dessert? I'd like a slice of rhubarb pie with a dollop of Cool Whip with red sprinkles. I'd also like a chilled Yoo-hoo in a glass bottle with a purple crazy straw. With this answer, you clearly know what you want, and you've added so much detail that it's ridiculous. The next way is observational comedy, and this is a form of humor based on the commonplace aspects of everyday life. It is one of the main types of humor in stand-up comedy today. The key to this style of comedy is pointing out something familiar and truthful, but something that hasn't been noticed consciously. For example, if I said, have you ever noticed that stop signs are red? That would be something familiar and truthful, but it's something you've noticed consciously and isn't funny. But if I said something like, I've noticed it's best not to be a fart detective. A fart detective, if you don't know, is someone who suspects someone farted in a public place, is disgusted by it, but isn't certain, so they keep sniffing for confirmation. Ugh, did someone really just do this? Ugh, this is putrid. I'm going to confront who did this, but I think I better make sure I know it really happened. Oh, this is awful, but I'm not sure. Maybe the smell is coming from something else. Through this process of investigation, you end up smelling gallons of unnecessary toxic fumes. If this made you laugh, you likely can relate to being a fart detective, but haven't realized that investigating leads you to inhaling of a lot of rancid gas. The material that can come from your observations about life is endless. The key here is experimenting. If you've noticed something funny, test it out on people and see if it's familiar and truthful, but something they haven't noticed consciously. And experimenting becomes easier when you use number 3, the D.E.M Approach. I believe if you follow this 3-step process with delivering material, you're bound to make people laugh over time. The D stands for deliver. Deliver the material. Share it, and share it with the expectation that it's funny and commit to it fully. E is for evaluate. Did people find it funny? If they didn't, why not? Maybe it was to the wrong target audience. Maybe it took too long for you to tell the joke. Maybe it was your delivery, etc. And M is for modify. Deliver the material again with the necessary changes from your evaluation, and keep this process going until you have a funny joke. Whatever you're doing to try to make someone laugh, whether it's a knock-knock joke, a pun, or describing your ideal woman with unnecessary specificity, deliver it with confidence and believe it's going to work. Is it possible the joke won't land? Yes, but it's not going to kill you. I've noticed that comedians who are successful have the emotional intelligence to know that not everything they do will be funny, and not every joke will be fully polished right away. But they follow a process that helps them improve, and they're persistent until they find the material that makes people laugh. There are several more strategies I didn't share in this video, and if there are any tips worth sharing, please leave a comment below, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. The end.